My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says this is not a mistake. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this message right now. This is not an option. It is a divine command. You were led here because someone in heaven has left you a gift, something extraordinary, something hidden, something they didn't get to tell you before they left the earth. And now it's time for you to know there's $20,000 left in your house. Not a theory, not a metaphor, real, tangible, traceable, but it's hidden. Hidden in a place you never thought to look, hidden with purpose, hidden with divine timing. And heaven has waited until this exact second to expose it to you. You may not believe it yet, but as you read this, something will begin to rise in your spirit. A memory, a vision, a knowing, because this is not just about money. It's about your destiny being restored. There was a loved one, someone who adored you deeply. They passed, but their love did not die. Their spirit has been hovering, watching, weeping, praying, speaking your name in heaven's court. They couldn't say everything they wanted to while alive, but they made a plan. They left something behind, a divine inheritance. And the reason you're reading this message right now is because it's time. You're ready. You've reached the appointed hour, and this time you cannot miss it. Michael says, open this now. Don't scroll past it. Don't second guess it, because the moment you fully accept it is the moment heaven begins to reveal where to find it. This $20,000 is not just currency, it's a key, it's a sign. It's the beginning of your restoration. You've cried too long. You've begged for provision. You've asked God if He still remembers you, and this is His answer. He never forgot you. He never abandoned you. He waited for the right moment to bring it to light. That moment is now. This person in heaven left it for you in secret. Why? Because they knew others would try to take it. They knew people around you couldn't be trusted. They saw the jealous eyes. They heard the bitter tongues. So they placed it where only you would be led to look. And heaven has protected it physically and spiritually. You've probably walked past it 100 times. Maybe it's under the floorboard in the back room. Maybe it's sealed inside a wall cavity. Maybe it's sewn into a piece of fabric you never checked, but it's there. And now that the veil has lifted, you will start seeing signs. You'll start remembering things they said. You'll have dreams. You'll hear a voice whisper, look there. And when you obey, you'll find it. But before we talk about where it is, God says this. This isn't just money. This is justice. This is repayment. This is restoration for everything you lost. For every time they mocked you. For every time they called you crazy for trusting Him. For every night you sat in lack while others prospered. For every betrayal, every robbery, every door that slammed in your face. This is not random. This is redemption. This is personal. The enemy stole too much from you, and heaven has issued a divine reversal, but you must pay attention. You must be alert. You must believe what your spirit is telling you right now. Archangel Michael has been dispatched not just as a messenger, but as your protector. From this moment forward, your home is being spiritually swept. Any evil energy lingering is being cast out. Any curses spoken over your finances are breaking now. Michael is walking room to room. Angels are surrounding the foundation. Nothing unholy can remain. The area where the $20,000 is hidden is being marked with light. A vibration will start there, a pull. You'll feel it in your hands. A heat, a sense of urgency. And the moment you follow it, your miracle begins. This person in heaven may have been your mother, your grandfather, your sibling, or someone you didn't even know well, but they loved you with a pure heart. They saw what was coming. They sensed danger after their passing. They saw people trying to manipulate you. So they took what little they had and hid it for you. It may have been in cash. It may have been in gold. It may have been bonds. But its current value is $20,000, and it belongs only to you, not to anyone else. And the moment you claim it, something shifts, not just in your wallet, but in your spirit, in your life path, in your relationship with abundance. You've lived too long in fear of lack. You've believed lies that told you you're not worthy. But God says today those lies burn. You are worthy. You are chosen. You are ready. Heaven doesn't release miracles into random hands. It only releases them when hearts are aligned. And yours has been purified through pain, refined through tears, elevated through faith. That's why this is coming now. You weren't ready before. If you had found it too soon, you would have shared it with people who didn't deserve it. You would have lost it. You would have wasted it. But not anymore. Now you're different. Now you're awake. Now you'll honor the gift. There will be signs in your house. Don't ignore them. A drawer will stick strangely. A cabinet will creak when no one touches it. A wall will have a different temperature than the rest. That's not coincidence. That's angelic guidance. Follow the clues. Listen to your intuition. Pray over every room. Say, "Reveal it, Lord." And you'll know where to go. The spirit world is closer than you think. They've been waiting for this activation. And now that you've read this far, it's already happening. The vibration has started. Your heart may be pounding. Your skin may feel electric. That's because your spirit is waking up to the truth. Heaven is not done. God says this $20,000 is just the beginning. What's hidden in your house is a seed. Once you find it, the next wave will come. Unexpected deposits, debts canceled, job offers, unexpected refunds, all triggered by this discovery. This is a financial resurrection. You thought it was over. You thought you'd always struggle. But God says, I'm stepping in. And not only am I giving you what was left for you, I'm multiplying it, because what's coming next is bigger than survival. It's legacy. But let me speak to your doubt. Yes, I hear it. The little voice saying this is too good to be true. God says that voice is not me. That voice is fear, and fear's a liar. It wants to keep you small. It wants to stop you from walking into the miracle. Don't let it win. Your spirit knows this is true. Trust the pull. Trust the signs. Remember what they said to you before they passed, that cryptic comment, that strange behavior, that unfinished sentence. It was all part of the plan. And now the plan is being fulfilled. Archangel Michael says the location will be revealed within days. Don't rush. Don't panic. Don't tear the house apart blindly. Let the Spirit lead. You'll be told where to look. And when you do, document it. Honor it. Thank the one who left it. Light a candle. Speak their name. Release your gratitude into the atmosphere. Because this is holy. This is sacred. This is not just about money. It's about divine justice. You're not going to live the rest of your life in fear. You're not going to be the one who always has to borrow. You're not going to be the one who watches others live while you survive. God says, I break the cycle. Now, the curse of poverty is canceled. The mindset of lack is shattered. Your lineage shifts here. Your future children will never know this kind of struggle because you chose to believe. Because you dared to listen. Because you opened this message. God is not a liar. He is not teasing you. He is not playing games. This is real. This is prophetic. This is precise. This is timely. This is for you, and no one can steal what's yours. Even if they searched your home before, they wouldn't have found it because it was sealed in the Spirit, protected by angels, invisible to those who were not chosen. But now it's being unveiled slowly, strategically, supernaturally. You're going to see it. You're going to touch it. You're going to cry when it happens. Not just because of the money, but because you'll feel the love from heaven. The person who left it for you is watching, and they'll rejoice when you find it. Your faith has activated this miracle. Your curiosity unlocked it. Your hunger pulled it from the heavens. Don't stop now. Keep seeking. Keep praying. Keep listening. The shift is here. The hidden is becoming visible. The sealed is being opened. The dry places are being flooded with favor. The old you is being buried. The new you is rising. And with you comes wealth, power, purpose, and protection. God is doing something so unusual, so uncommon, so undeniable in your life. People around you will be stunned. They'll ask how it happened. They'll wonder why you, but you'll know the truth, that God had a plan all along, that heaven was watching, that angels were moving behind the scenes, and that a person who loved you deeply didn't leave without leaving something behind. Not a goodbye, but a gift. Not an end, but a beginning. And the best part, this is just the beginning. You made it. You're still here. 3 hours passed and heaven watched closely. Every angel that surrounded your life held their breath as the clock struck down the final seconds. And God says, you didn't even realize how close you came to surrendering everything. The trap was ready. The net was invisible. And the woman who smiled in your face had already begun tightening the strings. But because you listened, because you believed, because you stayed, everything changes now. The $20,000 is just the start. Your destiny is being rewritten. Your future is being secured. And the one who left it for you is smiling, knowing that their final act of love has set you free. Still I spoke to you. Still I pulled you out. This is what divine mercy looks like. Not loud, not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like you opening a message at the exact right time. Sometimes it looks like your chest getting tight right before you were about to say yes to the wrong voice. Sometimes it looks like a divine block on your phone, or a delay in your travel, or a cancellation that frustrated you only to realize later it was God preventing disaster. You were walking into it blindly, and the house you thought was just a home was carrying more spiritual significance than you'll ever fully know. God has spared you from some knowledge because it would shatter your trust in everything familiar. But trust this, the enemy's assignment failed. His plans, his deception, his influence, they were all crushed by the hand of God the moment you chose to believe the whisper of heaven. When you stopped and said, Lord, I trust you more than I trust my eyes. Heaven moved. The veil of ignorance fell, but you were already stepping into revelation. If you'd like to support this ministry or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. God says, now that you're aware, I need you to listen. Because your story doesn't end here. It begins. That nudge wasn't just about discovery, it was preparation. You're about to enter a realm of blessings that will attract many more distractions. You must walk with spiritual discernment now. You must guard your inheritance. You must stay aligned with the voice of heaven because what is being revealed in your life is rare. It's sacred, and it will not be handed to those who are still entangled with doubt. You chose wisely. You said yes to faith. Now watch what happens. Next, over the next few days, something strange will begin to unfold. The house you've lived in will start revealing its secrets, slowly at first and then all at once. The energy will shift. Your perception will become heightened. You will start to notice things you've overlooked for years. You will find yourself drawn to areas of your home you've ignored. And you're right. You have changed. You've awakened. You've seen beyond the veil. And now the enemy has lost his hiding place. You may try to rationalize it. You may try to say things like, it's just my imagination. But it's not. You've been enlightened. You've glimpsed the truth. And now heaven has granted you access. Do not doubt yourself. Let heaven guide you. Let God do what He promised. He will make your path clear as day and your discovery as certain as the noonday sun. This revelation is not coincidence. It is divine alignment. You are being shown so that you can be blessed. The higher your faith rises, the clearer your vision becomes. And what was hidden could not remain concealed where God is taking you. The enemy never wanted your prosperity. He wanted to keep you in lack. But your obedience disrupted his plan. Now God is about to reward you publicly for what you believed. Privately, your next season will make the waiting worth it. And it begins now. Drawers are opening. Not just ordinary drawers, but prophetic life-shifting generational storage spaces. And God says, had you walked past in doubt, the treasure would have remained locked. But now it is being revealed. The angels assigned to your purpose have cleared the way. The atmosphere has shifted. The blindness is lifting. And what comes next will shock everyone who doubted, including yourself. You will no longer overlook the blessings hidden in plain sight. You will no longer apologize for receiving what was always meant for you. You will no longer dim your expectation to make others feel comfortable in their unbelief. That part of you has died. A burial of doubt has happened in the spirit, and in its place, resurrection of faith. The real you, the blessed you, the chosen you, the version of yourself that the enemy was terrified of, is now walking in revelation. Archangel Michael stands beside you now. His sword still drawn, but this time not in defense, in celebration. You chose faith. You chose God. You chose to see beyond the surface before the opportunity passed. And heaven rejoices. Michael says, they almost lost you to distraction. But now they will watch you uncover. The court of heaven has decreed your inheritance. The verdict is in, and your poverty has been silenced by divine order. As the days unfold, you may feel overwhelmed. That's natural. You hoped. You prayed. You believed. An answered prayer always leaves us in awe. But remember this, awe is not a sign of unworthiness. It is evidence that miracles still occur. You are not imagining things. You are not foolish. You were chosen because you are dangerous. To the kingdom of darkness, your faith was never ordinary. That's why the blessing was so well disguised. The enemy knew that if you saw the truth in time, he would lose everything he hid from you. And now he has. There is nothing more keeping you from abundance. Do not hesitate. Do not return to the doubt you once carried. Do not waste energy trying to make sense of the miracle. The treasure was revealed because God loves you. Not because he wanted to tease you, but because he refused to let you live in lack. Your destiny required a divine unveiling. Now you stand on holy ground, and what grows next will be unstoppable. The tables are turning. Those who once pitied you will now wonder at your sudden prosperity. And you will smile, not with pride, but with peace. Peace that only God can give. Peace that comes from knowing you believed when it seemed impossible. Peace that comes from knowing the blessing was set but never out of reach. Heaven says, your chapter is shifting. Your enemies are trembling. Your angels are rejoicing. The forces that plotted your financial downfall will watch your rise. Not as punishment, but as proof. Proof that God keeps his promises. Proof that faith always defeats deception. Proof that nothing hidden can override the blessing that marks your life. Now walk forward, confident, covered, free. The veil is gone. The doubt is broken. The revelation is complete. Your inheritance has been released. And the waiting is over. It's your time now. Archangel Michael says, I urge you to act now. Heaven is not silent anymore. What was kept in secret is now being revealed. This is not a message to entertain your curiosity. This is an urgent call. Divinely appointed, prophetically sent, and spiritually charged with power, because something is moving. Something that's been buried physically, spiritually, emotionally is about to come to light. Archangel Michael is speaking clearly. You are standing in a house that holds more than memories. You are standing on the threshold of discovery. And the next few moments of your obedience could unlock blessings you never knew were waiting. You've lived in this place thinking you know every corner of it. But heaven says no, you do not. Someone who loved you from the other side left something behind. A soul who passed on, who watched over you with divine love, left you a gift that was never meant to be forgotten. But because of distractions, doubt, and spiritual warfare, the truth has remained hidden until now. Heaven whispers that someone sent from beyond came to Archangel Michael in the spirit and said, it's time. Show them where it is. Let them find what was never meant to be lost. That someone might be a parent, a grandparent, a soul whose love still flows around your life like a river. And that soul full of light whispers your name into the ear of God. God heard. Archangel Michael heard. And now they are speaking directly to your spirit. What was once concealed must now be uncovered. You may not remember this person in detail. Or maybe you think of them often, but whether they passed recently or long ago, what they left was sealed not just in physical form, but in spiritual assignment. The $20,000 they left is real, not a symbol, not an illusion. It is a physical provision placed where you live, or where you once lived, or a home you inherited, or are connected to. You've walked by it unknowingly. You've swept that floor. You've sat near that place. You've leaned on that wall, but your eyes weren't open then. Heaven had not activated this signal yet. But today, yes, today the signal has been turned on. The angels are gathering, and you are being awakened to the truth. Archangel Michael says, "This money is not cursed. It is not dark. It is holy provision hidden for protection for a time such as this." It wasn't released earlier because the atmosphere wasn't safe. There were people around who would have misused it. There were hands that were not meant to touch it. There were hearts nearby that would have claimed it for selfish reasons. So God waited. The soul who left it waited. And now heaven declares, it's time. You will begin to notice signs. You may already be feeling them. Tingles in your hands, chills down your back, an unexplainable pull toward a certain drawer, a floorboard, an old chest, a hidden panel, a discolored tile, a loose stone, a dusty corner you haven't looked at in years. You will feel your hand drawn there, not by thought, but by divine impulse. Don't resist it. Follow that instinct. That is not just your mind. It is the voice of your angel leading you to what has been covered. You will find it in a place that once felt unimportant, perhaps under something you haven't moved in a long time. Maybe behind a bookshelf, beneath an old rug, above a ceiling tile, or inside a wall paneling that feels slightly different when you touch it. Some of you will find it in an attic, others in a basement, some in a box labeled with someone's initials, others behind an old photograph that was always slightly crooked. God is not playing games with you. He is showing you where the past meets the present and creates your miracle. The $20,000 is not just money. It is connected to purpose. You've been crying out for provision. You've been asking God, how will I pay this bill? How will I escape this cycle? How will I start this business? How can I help my family? And heaven responded not with a loan, not with a stranger's charity, but with what was always yours. This is not an outside gift. It is an internal inheritance. Your spiritual DNA has always had this wealth coded into it. The enemy tried to blind you to it, but the veil is lifting. Even now as you hear this, heaven is stirring. The soul that left the gift is rejoicing, saying they finally know. They're finally opening their eyes. They are watching from heaven's balcony. They are smiling with peace. They waited for this moment, not because of greed, not because of money, but because this act of discovery is tied to destiny. When you find it, something in your life will accelerate. The heaviness will break. The doubt will dissolve. You will walk in a knowing that you are not forgotten, not by God, not by the ones who've gone on before you. You've looked in the wrong places because the time wasn't right. You tried to solve your financial problems with earthly plans, and it kept collapsing because the blessing was already in the house. You just needed heaven's instruction.